What's going on, y'all? Hope y'all are doing well. Looks like we officially live. Let me pin something to the chat. All right, looks like we officially on here. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? I know what the main topic of discussion is on everyone's mind right now. So we can talk about that. Do me a favor, come in here, share this out. If you're not familiar with me, I'm Ryan McCrary, also known as the Funnel Doctor. We run a digital marketing agency to help businesses make more money. So if you want to stay in your zone of genius as a CEO, as a subject matter expert, we can help you do that by letting us handle your back-end marketing, your advertising, your funnel, and your customer acquisition. So we're going to have a great conversation today. So do me a favor. Tag some folks that need to be here, all my entrepreneurs, all my CEOs, all my business owners. Make sure y'all come in the room. Again, I see some folks joining, so tag some people, share this out, put this in your story, put this in someone's DM. We're going to have a very, very important conversation tonight. It's not going to be a long conversation, but I just wanted to share some great information. I think it's more crucial than ever for us to have this conversation, to be able to quit businesses, to be able to control your own destiny. So, again, I know the main topic of discussion is the election. So I personally don't really get into politics too much. I did vote for Kamala. We see who won. But at the end of the day, I know people are sad, people are upset, people are mad. And you may, maybe another side, you may be a Trump fan or whatever. Like, I personally don't really care too much either way. I don't get into back and forth politics. I don't argue about it. I feel like hopefully we can agree to disagree. My standpoint is always, I personally feel no one's coming to save us. You know what I mean? Especially as black folks, as black Americans, no one's coming to save us. Regardless of who's in the White House, no one's coming to save us. So we have to equip ourselves to save ourselves. And I think entrepreneurship, wealth building, real estate acquisition is a great way to do that. So like I said, do me a favor, y'all. Tag some folks. We need to get some more folks in the room. All your entrepreneur, business besties, your BFFs, whatever it is, tag them in the comments. Share this out. Put it in your story. Put it in someone's DM. Get some more folks in here. Because I just want to, drop some gems on y'all real quick while I have the time. All right, Melody says nobody, and I mean nobody is coming to save us. 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you put that. Melody, hope everything's going well. Excited about this funnel that we cooking up for you. Definitely will see you next week in Houston. So I'm definitely excited about that. I want to talk about me coming to Houston and just giving an alert out to all the entrepreneurs in Houston area. I'm coming. I'm doing a special pop-up tour event also. I also heard that it's Afrotech weekend. So I know that's another thing too as well. So if you're in town in Houston for Afrotech, listen, just come to, and I'll talk about my tour and my event and everything in my workshop. Listen, forget Afrotech. Come to my event. Afrotech ain't going to teach y'all how to build a funnel. Afrotech ain't going to tell y'all how to acquire customers through ads. I don't know what they talking about Afrotech, but I don't think it's that digital marketing focused. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all pull up, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So the reason why I wanted to do this live is the top 3 reasons why your ads may not be converting. So if you run Facebook ads, if you run any type of advertising, Google ads, Pinterest, excuse me, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever it is, if you advertise through social media platforms or other forms of advertising, traditional media, influencer marketing, whatever the case may be, I want to talk specifically on the top 3 reasons why your ads may not be converting. Now, me as an entrepreneur and a CEO for our company, we specifically handle Facebook and Instagram ads. So everything I'm going to be talking about tonight is framed through the lens of Facebook and Instagram ads. And I'll say Facebook ads a lot, but when I say Facebook ads, I am including Instagram as well. Because a lot of time I speak and people are like, yeah, do this with your Facebook ads. I'm like, what about Instagram? Facebook owns Instagram. So anytime I say Facebook ads, I'm also including Instagram. So if you want to know the top 3 reasons why your ads may not be converting, drop something in the chat, drop a comment, drop an emoji, tag some people. I want to get this conversation started. But I do want to get a quick check in the chat. Who is already spending money on paid advertising? Let me know in the chat. Are you spending money on paid advertising? How are you getting your traffic? How are you getting your leads? If you're an entrepreneur, how are you getting visibility? Are you spending money on paid advertising? Let me know in the chat. All right, see some more folks joining. Thank y'all for tagging some folks that need to be in this room. So, top three reasons why your ads may not be converting. Not yet, but I'm ready to. We about to. It was something I was thinking about specifically for you the other day that I'm going to be talking to you about and sharing you with. So I know we're building the funnel out. VSL funnel, going to be great for lead capture, getting more appointments on your calendar, automation backend, and so forth. But I also have something specifically that I want to talk to you about, Melody, about ad strategy and some ads that I want to do for you that I think will really help. So I was going to kind of surprise you and talk to you about it either in Houston or, whatever else we have our next call. But since you're on here, I just want to drop that little seed of information to you. I already have something cooking up for you when it comes to ads, and I think that'll help. So we'll talk about that. But the top three reasons, so I'll start with number one. The number one reason why your ads are probably not converting, number one is they're probably not optimized the correct way. I'm going to say it again. They're probably not optimized the correct way. That's the number one reason why your ads may not be converting. You're like, well, what does that mean? That means, and again, if you're just joining, I'm Ryan McCrary, the Funnel Doctor. We talk a little bit about the election. You can drop your thoughts on what you feel about the election. I don't get into politics like that, but I still am mindful that I know that's the biggest topic of discussion all throughout social media and everywhere right now is that. But what I'm going to be sharing really quick, because I got to get off in just a few minutes, the top three reasons why your ads may not be converting. And this is all through the lens of Facebook and Instagram advertising. So the number one reason is your ads are probably not optimized the right way. And what I mean by that is anytime you're setting up a Facebook ad, the first thing Facebook is going to ask you is, what is the objective? Why are you running this campaign? What's the goal of it? What is the objective? So the options are brand awareness, engagement, traffic, clicks, sales, or leads. Those are like the main ones. And a lot of people come to us and say, well, I'm running this ad, but I'm not getting the result that I was looking for. And instantly in 2 seconds, I can look at it. And 9 times out of 10, it's that. It's not set up with the correct objective. It's not optimized the right way. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're like, okay, well, I want to do a webinar. I want to do an online challenge. I want to do an event. I want some calls booked. I want to get a lead or something like that. A lot of people will set the ad up for traffic and clicks and views on my landing page, and they won't get anybody to sign up for their actual webinar, or they won't get someone to schedule a call, or somebody actually won't take an action that they're looking for because you set it up for traffic and clicks. So Facebook is going to give you what you ask for. So if you say, okay, I'm doing a campaign and I want to set it up for clicks and traffic, they're going to give you clicks and traffic. What they're not going to give you is give you conversions. So that's conversion. So what you would want to do is set the campaign for the objective of like, I specifically want leads. If I'm doing a webinar, a training, an event, like whatever it is something where you want someone to become a lead. You want to optimize it for leads, lead conversions. And there are ways to do that. You want to make sure your pixel's installed. You want to make sure it's tracking correctly. You want to make sure all that is intact, which we could talk about, or that's what we do for people. But the number one thing that I see is like someone goes into Ads Manager. Okay, I want to set it up for traffic. I want to get traffic to my page, and they do that, but no one actually takes action or does a or converts on the action you want them to take. So that's the number one reason why your ads may not be converting is because they're not set up the correct way. Like I said, it happens time and time again. People will come to us and like, I spent this money, I did this webinar, nobody signed up. My ads were running. I be seeing people's ads, but then like no one signed up. It's because it was not optimized the correct way. So let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know if that's helpful. Anybody got any questions on that before we proceed to number 2? All right. So yes, what is a conversion? So conversion is just an action that someone takes. So that can be, if you're doing a webinar, you want someone to convert, you want a conversion, means you want someone to sign up. In your case, let's say you want someone to schedule a call with you, that would be a quote unquote conversion. So it's like, I'm running this ad, I want someone to book a call on my calendar so I can learn more about them and how we can offer our services. So the conversion that would happen would, they would need to actually schedule a call. So it's just the action you want someone to take. Sign up for something, schedule a call, buy something, whatever it is, a specific action. Just visiting a page is not a quote unquote conversion. A conversion is when they actually take action, when they opt in, give you their information, buy something, and so forth. So that's what I said. That's the number one way. Number two reason why your ad's probably not converting is because you're not spending enough money. You're not spending enough money. Too many people are trying to get away with $5 a day campaigns, small budget campaigns, and expecting some big results. Excuse me. You're never going to hit your revenue goal if you are not spending enough to get it in front of enough people. So the reason why I asked, does, anyone here running paid ads? Are you doing, are you spending money on advertising? Because I always say, think about the biggest companies in the world. Let's start with a McDonald's. Every single person probably across the world knows McDonald's. Does McDonald's still spend money on paid advertising? Let me know in the chat. Is that a yes or no? Yes or yes? Does McDonald's still spend money on paid advertising? Let me know in the chat. Yes or yes? Walmart, another huge company. Do they still spend money on paid advertising? Yes or yes? Yes. Nike, they have X amount of market share in the sneaker industry. Nike is a household name. Do they still spend money on paid advertising? Yes. So what makes us as small business owners, if we're not a Nike, if we're not a McDonald's, if we're not a Walmart, if we're not an Amazon, if we're not at that level in our business yet, and they still spend money on paid advertising and people already know who they are, what makes us think as small business owners that we don't have to? We have to. You have to spend money on paid advertising in order to get in front of enough people. Too many CEOs, too many business owners have great products and services. But the issue is people don't even know that you exist. They don't even know that you exist. Do you feel like you're the best kept secret in your market? Let me know in the chat. Got a good number of people here. Let me know in the chat. Do you think you're the best kept secret in your market? I go and speak a lot of places. I just came back from Atlanta. I was speaking in Philly. I'll be speaking in Houston next week. I always say this to people. Do you feel like you're the best kept secret in your market? And so many hands go in the air. That's because we're not intentional about spending money on paid advertising to get the word out about what we do. Seriously. And if you truly believe in what you do, what you offer, what you sell as an entrepreneur, you have a moral obligation to let as many people as possible know about what you do. So you have to. So back to point number 2 of why your ads may not be converting is because you're not even spending enough money to even make it worth your while for you to do ads. You just reminded me, let me go ahead and launch some ads tonight. Do it right now. After you get off this live. Don't get off the live yet, but do it tonight once you get off the live. But that is the number one thing. So, because some people will be like, okay, I hear you. I know I need to run ads, but now I want to do $2 a day. You have to spend enough money to even put yourself in the game. So people always ask me, well, how much should I spend? It depends. It depends on the campaign. It depends on your goal. It depends on your objective. It depends on what you want to do. It depends on if you ran ads before. But I would say a good, minimally, you can spend $30 a day, that's about $1,000 a month or so, and $900 a month, give or take. So that's a good, rule of thumb. You could also spend less. So you could spend $500 to $600 a month just to start to really get some things out there and just get some data and see what happens. So something is better than nothing, but a lot of times people don't spend hardly anything and they expecting results. Also, people will spend $100 and be like, oh, well, ads didn't work. I'm running some ads. I turn them on. I hear you, funnel doctor. I'm spending money on paid advertising. I want to be like Walmart. I want to be like McDonald's. I want to spend money on ads. And they do it and okay, well, how much did you spend? Well, I spent $100. No one bought my thing. Ads don't work. Ads are a scam. It's you miss the boat. you missed the forest for the trees is because you didn't understand what you should have been doing, which is actually my third point is like the strategy behind it. But if you are running on paid ads, make sure you spend enough to be able to have ads work for you. So it's not about ads don't work. It's like, how can ads work for my business? I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of businesses over the years. And I've seen so many businesses make millions and millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars on ads. So do ads work? Yes. So not about, well, ads don't work. How can I make ads work for my business? I think that's important. So point number 2 on why your ads may not be converting, because you may not be spending enough money. So make sure you're spending enough money, $500-$600 a month minimally, but you also want to think about it for more of a long-term perspective. So not about how do I spend a few hundred real quick and try to make some money. It's like, how do I sustain ads long-term? How do I have $500 a month to spend over the next 6 months, 12 months, whatever the case may be, where I can get some data and I can see what works or what doesn't? Will you give a specific amount for a beginner? That's the beginner amount. The beginner amount is like $600 a month. That's like the beginner amount, because that's really still really low. And that is per campaign, and that's still really low. But that's something to, at least if you can do that consistently, then you can consistently see if you're getting data. How many people saw my ad? How many people clicked on it? What's my cost per click? How many leads did I get? What's my cost per lead? All this was my click-through rate. You can look at all that stuff, and then you can say, okay, well, I spent $500 this month. Out of all those data points, what happened? And then keep going on and on. So that's that right there. So the third main point, because I got to jump off in a minute. The third main point on why your ads may not be converting is because of your strategy. Your strategy. And what I mean by that is, ads are not a substitute for product market fit. I'm going to say that again. Ads are not a substitute for product market fit. And what I mean by that is, if you don't have something valuable in the marketplace that people want to buy, an ad is not going to fix that. I'm going to say it again. If you don't have something, if you have a product or service in the marketplace that people don't want to buy, you put it out there, it's just, product market fit. It's like we're entrepreneurs, like we're business owners, like we're putting something out there based on a need in the marketplace and a solution that we can solve for people. Or a solution for the problem that we can solve for people. So if you haven't figured that part out of like, this is something that people want to buy, an ad is not going to replace that. It's not going to substitute that. Because I see so many people. I had a call the other day with someone, I ain't gonna mention no names. It's my guy. He's a really good guy. But he was like, can you guarantee me that I'll make a lot of money with this new venture? And I said, no. Like, I'm not going to lie to you to try to work with you and, for you to pay us. I said, no. I said, this is something new he's doing, brand new. He's putting it out there. And I think it's a great idea. But I was like, you have to do your due diligence to make sure that people want to buy this. He doesn't have anybody signed up for this thing yet. No one bought it yet. No list or nothing yet. So I was like, we can do ads and get in front of people. But just because we get in front of people, and listen, we're great at what we do. We've got in front of hundreds of millions of people now over the years, as far as total reach and the ads that we've managed. So we know how to get in front of people. But if we get you in front of a massive amount of people and you haven't proven that people want to buy this, it's not going to necessarily be our fault. You know what I'm saying? So I was explaining to him, like, you really have to do your due diligence and making sure what you're offering is something that people want to buy. And then making sure ads can be very strategic for you. So if I know that if I'm a product brand and I'm vending or I'm in person or I'm doing something and people are like buying it, I'm getting great feedback, we can't keep it on the shelf. I know that with ads, I just got to get it in front of more people. It's a service that I perform for people, and I know it works. I know we get results. I know people like it. Ads are used to just amplify that, to get you in front of more people, to expand your reach on something that people already want to buy. That is the best way to use ads. Let me know if y'all got any questions on that. I hope that makes sense. So, just to conclude, the top 3 reasons why your ads may not be performing is, number 1, you don't have the right objective and they're not optimized correctly. You want this result. You want people to sign up for something. You want, people to take action, but you're not optimizing. You're not setting up the right objective with your Facebook ad. Number two, you're probably not spending enough money. You need to spend enough money to make it worth your while, and you need to spend money consistently on a relatively long-term basis. It's not a get-rich-quick thing. It's like going to the gym. If I'm out of shape and I go to the gym, I'm not going to get in shape within a day or a week or even a month probably. Excuse me. Ads are the same way. So if I'm just starting out in ads, it rarely happens that the first day, the first week, the first month that they start doing really well. But it's like, how do I sustain them and do it long term so I can, set myself up for success? And then point number three, making sure you have a great strategy. Making sure your product or service is something valuable in the marketplace, something that you already have proof of concept of, and using ads to just amplify something that people already want to buy. Melanie says, I get it. All right, great. Hope it was helpful. Let me know if this was helpful. Drop a comment, drop an emoji. And lastly, those that may or may not know, I have been doing a 5-city tour. So we had the Funnel Doctor Residency Tour hitting 5 different cities. And I have one city that I'm coming up right now, Houston. So over the past month and a half or so, I've been doing a pop-up tour. So I'm hitting 5 different cities, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Philadelphia, my hometown, Houston, and Atlanta. So we've already done 2 cities so far. I went to D.C. at the end of September. I was just in Chicago a couple weeks ago, and now I will be in Houston, Texas next week for the next leg of the Funnel Doctor Residency Tour. So if you're in Houston or in the Houston area, or you just want to come and drive or fly in, November 17th, which is a Sunday. So I know some people have stuff going on, church or whatever, but it's in the afternoon. It's after church lets out. It's before you got to get ready for Monday and kids or whatever. It's during the day. It's 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, November 17th, the Funnel Doctor Residency Tour, Houston. So I'm going to be dropping so much stuff. If y'all think this live was good, listen, imagine spending 4 hours with me while I'm breaking down funnels, ads, automation, customer acquisition, order value increases, all that type of stuff through a 4-hour workshop, 4 to 5 hour workshop. Imagine how much value you can get. And the ticket costs are like, it's like basically like free because the way the ticket prices are very, very low. So we have early bird right now. Check my flights. Yeah, you definitely, you should, like, I'm dead serious, like, for real. We got, very, very low cost ticket. Early bird tickets are on sale. Early bird will be expiring on Monday. So you definitely want to get in the room. So Sunday, November 17th, I 1000% recommend you change your flight because I literally give $1 million worth of game in this workshop. Like literally $1 million worth of game. So I'm sharing, number one, we're talking about funnels extensively. How do you create a $1 million funnel? You can see behind me, the 2 Comma Club Award. I've done over $1 million in one funnel, and I'm going to show you how I did it. Number 2, paid traffic. Everything with all things Facebook ads, deep dive, but not just Facebook ads. How do you utilize other ways to get traffic? And then 3, the main third part of our session is automation. The top 5 automated flows you need, how to set up an abandoned cart, how to set up a welcome sequence, how to capture people's information, why you're leaving too much money on the table, why the fortune is in the follow-up, like all this stuff. 4 or 5 hour workshop of me going deep dive, hands-on, and early bird tickets are only $47. $47 for the early bird ticket for this event. Early bird is going to expire on Monday, but right now you can get it $47 for a 5-hour workshop of me breaking all that down in Houston, Texas. So the link is there. Go to bit.ly/TFD Residency Tour, bit.ly/TFD Residency Tour. I want to see you in the building. Melody, you definitely should change your flight. I 1000% recommend it. I'm going to be dropping like so many nuggets. Alex, I already did DC and Chicago. People were blown away. I'm not just saying that. People were literally blown away of like everything that I shared. So need you break it down? Me still, yeah, exactly. So, because that's the important part. Because like even if you get someone to do it for you, you still want to understand it to an extent, so no one takes advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in Houston or Houston area, or you happen to be in Houston that weekend for, CMA conference, which I'm not trying to take anything away from CMA conference. I love Brandy. She's my client. She's my friend. She's my sis. So I'm not taking anything away from not attending her event. But I believe her event is over maybe early Sunday. So you should be able to come to my event without any interference. I don't want to interfere with her event at all. Or if you're in town for Afrotech, listen, I love Afrotech. They're not going to be sharing what I'm sharing. Afrotech's not teaching you how to create a 7-figure funnel. Like, they're not. They're not teaching you how to make millions of dollars from Facebook ads. Like, they're not. Brain's event over by 1 year. My event starts at 1. So you can go right from CMA, right to the Funnel Doc Residency Tour, get your ticket, bit.ly/TFD Residency Tour, bit.ly/TFD Residency Tour. I want to see y'all in Houston. Houston, I'm coming. Pull up. If you got friends in Houston, tag them, give them the link. Make sure y'all pull up. It's going to be some great information. And I really want to help businesses get to the next level through all the stuff that we do for our clients that make literally millions of dollars. So that's it for tonight. If y'all got anything else, DM me. I'll make sure this makes some shit. All right, yeah, definitely get your ticket now because that early bird price is about to expire on Monday. My team already got it set up to automatically change. So make sure you get that lock in. That's it. If you have anything else, DM me. I'll leave this live up. Drop a comment down. Anything else y'all need. But Houston, I'm coming. If you're in Houston or you want to come into Houston, make sure y'all pull up TFD Residency Tour. I'll see y'all next week in Houston.